Hey family, this is D. Orlando Fortune and welcome you to another Inspirational Talk. Today we're going to talk about a great subject, you and your life, and what you're going to do about the things that have happened in your life to help you propel yourself into the next level. All right, so I'm going to tell you this little story here, okay? So, Bernie was going into the grocery store. He was just going to get some cat food. He goes there, down the cat food aisle, grabs the cat food, takes it back up to the checkout counter. The guy at the checkout counter starts looking at Bernie kind of funny. He's thinking to himself, I don't believe this guy has a cat. I think he's going to feed his kids this cat food. For whatever reason, this is what he's thinking. So he tells Bernie, man, you got to go get your cat, man. I don't believe you have one. Bernie goes home, grabs his cat, comes back to the grocery store, shows the guy at the cashier stand his cat, and he buys his cat food. The next week, Bernie goes back to the grocery store, same cashier's there, and he goes through the same process with him, and he's just coming this time just to get some dog food. So he has to go back home, grab the dog, bring him back to the grocery store, show the guy at the checkout stand, he buys the dog food. This is Bernie's favorite grocery store, so he goes back there the next week, but he has a plan this time. So when he walks in the door, he has his bag in his hand, and he walks up to the cashier, and he opens the bag up and tells the cashier to stick his hand in. The cashier sticks his hand in, yanks his hand back out, and says, "What? There's nothing but mess in there." Bernie looks at the cashier calmly and says, "Yep, which aisle is the toilet paper on?" You wonder, what does this have to do with anything? Now here's the point what I'm saying. Is that I know there's some of you out there right now at this present moment, like there's so much mess going on in your life that no amount of toilet paper is going to be able to clean it up. But I'm telling you right now, you have in your past some successes, some victories, something in your life that you have overcome that can give you the strength, the energy, the strategies to help you get through what you're going through in your life. You see, Socrates said that the unexamined life is unworthy of living. Now I'm asking you now, have you examined your life? Have you examined your life? If you've examined your life, you'll find out that you have a vast resources of different examples that you can use and draw upon to give you the strength, to give you the courage, to give you the motivation, not only for yourself, but to the next person as you're building your team or your business or whatever may have you. So I'm asking you right now to look back over your life for that moment where you were coming up against an obstacle that seemed like you just couldn't, a mountain that was too big, that you just couldn't climb it. Just like when you first looked at it, I can't do this. I can't do it. But yet, you pushed on anyway, and you start getting the action. You plan, you move through this obstacle, and you climb this mountain and came out victorious on the other side. Now, I don't care how big or how small it may seem to anybody else, that we're only talking about you and how it relates to you. Because what may be small to someone else may be large to the next person. So we're talking about you right now. What can you go back into your life and look at and say, you know what, I did that. And I did that when I didn't think I could do it. I got through it. Now, let's move forward with this next situation that I'm on. See, if we think about what leaders are able to do, when they talk about casting vision, we're talking about leading people. They're able to look back over history and find these times where battles have been won that didn't think like they should have been won. And they're able to draw up on these different experiences, not only from their own lives, but also from other situations, right? But they can look into their own lives and be like, you know what, I've won here, I won here, I won here when I didn't think I was going to win. They can pull that up out of themselves when it's time for them to lead and step up into the challenge. You see, there's another saying that was, if you're going through hell, keep moving. If you want to be a leader, you can't sit in the mess. You've got to keep on moving. You've got to get yourself through it. And when you get yourself through it, you can look back over the situation like, all right, now how did I do that? How do I stop that? Not only, how do I do that, but how do I stop it from happening again? How can I recognize what's going on? You see, the unexamined life is not worthy of living. But when you look back over what's happened in your life, you find these different areas. Like I can find out, now I'm a little more aware. I'm not going to go through that again. Give an example of like Steve Jobs when he was working, when he started his company, Apple. It was growing very, very fast, and for whatever reason, I'm not going to go into details of that, but he ended up leaving there, put out and left at the same time. But he goes out and takes his little time, his break or whatnot, and he starts thinking about his life and the things he's done, and it's like, you know what, I love what I was doing, starts building more companies. While in the meantime, he's doing what he's doing, Apple starts deteriorating. So they bring him back. And what does Jobs do? Jobs comes back, he looks at the mess that was going on with his company, his baby, his heart. He looks at the mess and he looks for what can be done, what needs to be done. He looks for the message in it. And the message he saw in his mess was like, there's too much stuff going on. We need to streamline and just do what we know how to do. Do what needs to get done because we know how to do it the best. Now I'm asking you again. What do you can look back in your life and see like, you know what, I've done this, I've done this, I do too many things right now. My life is a mess. I'm going all over the place. But if you look back into your life and say, you know what, I'm good at this, I'm good at this, I'm good at this, I really want to do this, and focus on those things. What can you accomplish when you streamline your life, get rid of all the extra baggage, all the extra things that's going on, and focus on what it is that you really want to do with your life? You see, here's another way to think about it, and not to get all cute and everything, but just hear me out for this. If you think about the word, if you have your mess plus time, or said differently, the mess plus age, when you put them together, a mess plus age, you're looking at your mess after a short amount of time, mess plus age equals a message. So when you're able to look back over what you've done after some time, you realize that there is a message in what you've already had, the life that you've already lived. So go back and do that today. I want you to do that. And what I also want you to do is leave me a statement in the comments that says, you know what, you're right. I can succeed because I've done this, 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 and this in my past. Just give me 2 things in the comments that say, I overcame this and overcame this. I will succeed. Now, and as I always say to you, you can live a life of no doubt, just blessings. And here's how I know why. Because you can do anything you want to do. Because God wants you to have it all. If only you believe. And I'll show you how right here. But for now, I love you. And I'll talk to you later.